I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to episode 9 of Aussie Cluff, our bid to return Nottingham Forest to the top of European football. Since the last episode, that slightly epic FA Cup fourth round replay against Bristol City, you can see just the two games. First of all, we went and hosted Coventry. You can see 4-1 it was. It was a strong performance, and you can see Louis Mars, Callum Mosley with 2 and De Silva Lopez with the goals. And we scored a fifth. It was an own goal from Scando that went a little something like this. So you can see we did kind of gift them their goal. So yeah, there's not much we can say about that. We won so we can laugh, but at the time I can assure you I was not laughing. Then we went away to Rochdale. Now I did rest players for this game ahead of the FA Cup, so we weren't at our best, but it was silly errors that cost us the 2 goals. But you can see it was Louis Mars again. Zelo in the 91st minute rescued the point for us. As I said, it was silly errors. It was, you can see we had Paul Mooney, a couple of young guys in defence. Don't read too much into it, but it was slightly disappointing to not go and win that game, having rested players. But this episode, it's Norwich in the FA Cup 5th round away, 19th in the Championship, Norwich, so it's a big test for us. Then we're going to be at home to Port Vale. Before we do that, quick look at the league table. You can see we're still looking okay, top of the league, 9 points up on Milton Keynes Dons in second, a further 5 points back to Colchester. So, like I've been saying, promotion, it looks like it should be happening at this point, but we don't want to count chickens before they hatch. But Norwich, this is the team that we're going with against the Championship team, as I said. It's Ollie Day in goal. It's Davidson, Sutar, Mello Case across the back. Scando and Toth, we're going to go with our new signings down the wings to provide the width. Lewis Brunt comes in for Liam Mason, who Mason just has gone off the boil a little bit. Brunt's been doing pretty well. I do like him in that deep playmaking role. So we're going to stick with him and Bobby Mack. It's Tilly, it's Elizage, and it's Callum Mosley up top, except Elizage needs to be playing as a target man. Let's hope that these are the guys that will win us the game. We have Louis Mars and Zelo on the bench. They've both been in goal-scoring form, so we have some options. And I could say, of course, for all the goals that we've missed there, don't forget goals of the month at the end of the episode to check those out. You can see Norwich going as the 4-2-3-1 formation. We're expected to prove a point. Are we, though? I mean, it's not an easy game for us. We are playing a team upper division. Let's give the fans something to cheer about today. Can we say that passionately? Yes, we can. That's what we want to do. The old calm, we have faiths. And let's see if we can continue this cup run into the 6th round, which I think would be a quarter-final. I can never remember which round the FA Cup is actually a quarter-final. I think it is the 6th round, and this would obviously be the 5th. So I don't know why they can't just call it a quarter-final, but, you know, I don't make the rules. I just got to play by them. Let's see. It was a decent early ball up there, wasn't it? Not too sure what to make of Norwich. It's a bit like the Rotherham game. Now, we know we ended up giving Rotherham a bit of a pounding, but, yeah, we're not quite in the same form that we were in previously too. The free kick comes in. Can we clear that? We can't. Oh, just wide. Looks like a good crowd though. Hopefully we get a cut of the gates here. I'm not sure how big their stadium is. It's usually Carrow. Was it 20,000, 30,000? I think. Ella Hazard just won the ball back well there. He's gone early. I think trying to find Callum Mosley, but it wasn't really on. Needed a little bit more patience there. Straight into Bobby Mack. Can we launch something? Bobby Mack up for Callum Mosley. Callum for Tilly. No, just need a little bit more patience. I'm just looking at the way they're setting up defensively, and they're playing quite wide, so exploiting the flanks doesn't look as though it's something that is going to pay off for us at this point in the game anyway. Nelson Oliveira, he's still there. He's there in real life now, isn't he? So he's quite the Norwich stalwart. Malacase, can we get rid of that, please? We can. Out to Scando. He's got a little bit of space here. He's gone in field, though, for Tilly. Tilly's gone early for Elizage. Is he going to get there? I think he is. Can he find a finish? Goal! I tell you what a finish that is across the goalkeeper. Didn't know if going infield was the way to go, but Tilly's picked an absolute peach of a pass, and that is a finish, ladies and gentlemen. We can be quite proud of that. So that's 1-0. Can we continue this cup run? You can see we haven't had as much of the ball as we might have liked. Let's see, we've got a throw here. Toth in for Bobby Mack. He's flicked it on for Elizage. He's flicked it on again. It's not quite there for Louis Brunt. Oh, Brunt's been scoring a few lately. And I keep saying, I really like him in this deep playmaking role. He just really always seems to be available. which I do like about him there. It might be a case, we've won that back from Tilly to Elazage. Can he find Mosley over the top? He's gone for Tilly. Tilly for Bobby Mack, and Bobby Mack. Go on, Bobby. Go on, Bobby Mack. Go! It's the old Forest 1-2, and before we know it, we're 2-0 up. This was actually quite a nicely constructed move, wasn't it? I thought Bobby Mack might have just... that first touch of his took him straight past that defender, took him out of the game, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and there we go. I really have high hopes for Bobby Mack. I know I keep saying it, but I think he is someone that we can look to take up through the leagues with us. So we have another throw here. It's gone for Elazage. He crosses it in for Toth. Looks like a decent block. Is it a penalty? No. So let's hope this isn't going to come back the other end now. Can we get there? We can. We've got, yep, nice pass. That's what we wanted. Can we go again to Scando? No, back to Ollie Day. Any back pass to Ollie Day, sort of not as much confidence in him as I had previously to the Coventry game. See, Mosley's got the ball. Can he find a cross for Elazage? Oh, it would have been a goal, wouldn't it? What a header that could have been. Yeah, I mean, we're still not particularly dominating possession, but we are getting the shots away, and we can see Norwich are not at this point, which is nice. So let's give this a concentrate and see what we can do. Mosley's not having his best game, but to be honest, the highlights that we've seen of him, he seems to be in the right positions, doing roughly the right things, so I don't think there's anything to be too concerned about. We're off again here. Callum Mosley... pick a pass, he can out for Davidson. First time up for Scando. Can he find a cross? Can he find a cross? He can. Back post, Elazage! Good save from the people. Is that Ruddy? Or Rudd? Say John Ruddy at this... Was it John Ruddy? I don't even think he's at Norwich anymore in real life anyway, so it's a mute point, but he'd have to be getting old now, wouldn't he? Killy knocks the corner in. Patterson clears out for Louis Brunt. There was maybe a chance to shoot there, but just maybe a little bit hesitant. It's okay, we've still got the ball, we're building, but that's the end of the highlights. We've got 2 defensive yellow cards too, which isn't ideal. Toth is a little bit more worrying given that he's still learning to play that right wing back role, and we have Njoku on the bench, so that could be one we look to make. He's not having the best game either. But that's a solid first half. I think we can be really proud of that. Tell them they're excellent. I'm gonna say that don't get complacent. Things can turn around very quickly, particularly I would say when you're playing a team in the Championship and you are in League One. So we'll go that. We'll just tell these guys not to get bookings. Louis Brunt, he's done okay. The other one was Mosley. We're going to tell Mosley he can do better, and let's go. We're going to stay on attacking for a little bit here. It's always tempting to go back to control. I just feel like we don't want to give them an opportunity to necessarily come back at us. I feel like we have been relatively dominant. Wasn't the best pass, was it? Relatively dominant going forward so far. This approach is working for us. If we stop getting men forward, it may encourage sort of their men to get forward. So will that be a mistake? Time will tell. But that's how we're going to go with it for now. Cross comes in. It's a looping one for Oliveira, just the wrong side of the post. That was a loopy enough cross. I feel like if the keeper didn't come for that, a defender probably should have been challenging much more for that. They are coming back into this. Brownhill knocks it in for Oliveira. It's gone straight through. It's crossed back in. Oh, he can't miss. Ollie Day. Oof. That was a poor finish. Ollie Day's done well to snag it for us, but that wasn't the best finish. All right, I think we've seen enough of Toth. He's on a yellow. We have a replacement that's arguably at this point better because he's more familiar with the position. So we're going to go with that. And Njoku is a better defensive player in any case. Toth is very much sort of a flyer to get forward and get crosses in. They're still coming at us here. It's a decent effort from Day to get there. Oh, what's he done? What have we done? What have we done? What have we done? What have we done? I should have maybe given them a concentrate before this. I was maybe a little bit guilty of ball watching there, but what did that defender do? It wasn't a difficult header. You wonder if Day could have done better, but that's poor. Is that Davidson? Who is that? It's Suter, I'm going to guess, judging by the position. Oh no, Davidson's match rating's taken a pummeling, so maybe it was him. So now this is getting a little bit more nerve-wracking, isn't it? Just the one goal up. We'll give this potentially a demand more here. That they're coming. Oh, that's a terrible pass. Scando's onto it. What's he got? He's got place in front of him to run into. Out for Mosley. What can Callum do? Go on, Callum. He's got men all around him. Is that a free kick? It's not. Are we going to get counted here? Can we win this header? Scando. Oh, it's Njoku on that side, isn't it? Of course. Done very well there. Suter. So I think that is who missed the header. It was the blonde guy, wasn't it? Or was it the brunette? I can't remember. Now, brunette's not really what you call a man with brown hair, is it? But you know what I mean. Tilly. It's a bit of a lungy tackle. Appealing for the free kick. It's gone over the top. There. Oh, they've got a Scando. That it makes up for the Coventry one, doesn't it? I'm not quite sure if the game is glitching out to do that twice in 3 games. He's done well to cut it out. Goalkeeper's on a picnic, and a little bit of an Ollie day there. You're not quite sure what to say about that other than thank you. Mosley still not having his best game, is he? He's looking fresh. It's Elizage is perhaps the one that we might want to consider taking off. Louis Brunt is on a booking now and looking tired as well, so we might take him off. We'll put Mason on. We'll leave him in a similar position. Mars for Elizage is something that I'm considering at this point as well. Suter's tired on a booking. We don't need goals anymore. I wish Mosley would just pick up his game a little bit. I don't think he's had necessarily a bad game. I think it's one of those where he maybe hasn't had chances. I don't remember a highlight of him getting a shot. All right. Let's give... Who do we want to rest here? Let's give Suter a rest, just because he's on a booking. Get the booking off the field. There's only, a few minutes to go here. An FA Cup quarter-final, guys. We're a game away from Wembley with Nottingham Forest. I don't think any of us expected that when this season started. Mason knocks it in. It's a decent corner to the back post. Mellow case! Of course, what this does prove as well is that we should be competitive even with this current squad in the Championship, which is nice. Obviously, I'm looking to strengthen come the summer, but we're going to do okay, I think. But there it is, full time. That's an FA Cup win again. What a cup run this is turning into. I don't think we were the best team, and we were hanging on a little bit in that second half, but I'm pretty happy with that. Good win, boys. Well done. And of course, the quality of those first 2 goals too was quite impressive, wasn't it? That's the league table. It looks like MK Dons have had a win, as have Colchester. So the gap's going to start closing up a little bit. But this is our concern. Rearguard action provides memorable victory for the Reds. We win the 5th round of the FA Cup. Nice little boost to the coffers as well. And we'll be back we have the quarterfinal draw coming up actually soon, so we'll come back for that. Okay, so here we go, FA Cup quarterfinal. Look at us here in the last 8. So there's no real easy ones here, is there? Reading, I'm assuming they're a Championship club? No, they're a Premier League club as well. So you're thinking Sheffield Wednesday, the Premier League. So bottom Premier League... Bristol Rovers, a Premier League. So it looks like it's Reading or it is Sheffield Wednesday, probably the soft touch. We wouldn't mind going back to Villa Park, though, would we? Let's see what we get here. I think Villa Park's the fairy tale, but if we can possibly get to Wembley, here we go. So we're at home, and it's Chelsea. Well, it's a little bit of a disappointment, isn't it? Because we're probably going to go out, and we don't really get to go to Villa Park. That would have been the dream. They go to Bristol City, Tottenham, and it's left Arsenal. Also, North London derby's tasty. That's probably the tie we would have liked to be involved in, I think, isn't it? But it's Chelsea at home, and that's going to be next episode. But for right now, wait right there, and we will be back for Port Vale. Chelsea, Port Vale, it's about the same sort of quality of club, isn't it? So here we go against Port Vale. You can see they are, where are they? They're down there in the league, I think. They are towards the bottom. Port Vale, 17th. So, again, we don't want to be complacent, but this is a game that we should win and extend our lead at the top of the table back out. So just the team we're going with looks very familiar, doesn't it? It is essentially the same team. A few changes just to freshen things up. Ollie Day in goal, Davidson, Suto, Malocase across the back. We're going with Scando and Toth again. I just want to try and get them properly well into their positions, trained up, comfortable with them for coming in for next season. We're bringing Mason in to give him a game. The rest, Brunt's looking a bit tired, according to the medical centre, so we'll give him a rest for Mason. McCormack stays in, old Bobby Mack. Tilly, Elazage, and we're going to bring Mars in for Callum Mosley. Same sort of reason. Callum's just looking a little bit tired, so we'll try and freshen it up with Louis Mars. Okay, so we can see Port Vale 4-4-2, pretty standard stuff. Team Talk expected to pick up where they left off. I'm going to say, assertively, I expect nothing but a win from this game. I get the feeling sometimes that when we're playing teams like this, that we do just get a little bit complacent. So we're going to try and avoid that even becoming an issue. Okay, let's see what we can do here. In terms of sort of building for next season, basically what I'm looking to do, Matty James is currently our club captain. Now, you may have noticed that although he started the season in midfield, he's not even on the bench anymore. We've well and truly moved on from him. So what I'm thinking is that we need to get a leader in, a sort of a dressing room leader. Now, Connor Horahan's contract, I think it's expiring at the end of this season. He's with West Brom. I think he's 33 in the game, maybe 34. Assuming that the wages are decent, he was a really good team leader for us at Villa. So I'd like to try and get him in as club captain. I think he could do a job for us in midfield. Let's wait and see what happens with his free kick. Oh. Yeah, so I'm hoping that he's sort of the main man I'm looking at as he's going to be more than good enough for the championship still. Bring him in as a club captain, leader in the dressing room, and hope that he can. Now, let's see if we can get a counter-attack here. But I'm hoping that he'll be able to lead us in that way. We should score this. Look, we've got 3 men in the box. Louis Mars, if he can just get a cross in, it's James Tilley. It's got to be. Go! You've got to wonder where the Port Vale defenders were. Look at this. We had 3 men. We could have even probably had more if we tried, but 3 men in the box. It's James Tilley. He couldn't miss. He actually finished it quite well, didn't he? Just inside the post there. But that's a good goal. It gives us the lead, and hopefully we can sort of relax into the game a little bit more now. Other positions we need to strengthen. Let's defend this first. It's interesting free kick. Just looking more for possession than anything. Oh, we've let them get away with one there. Ball comes in, Malocase, heads it away. Yeah, good time as any to talk about defenders. Malocase and Davison, I think it is. Davies. Anyway, they are both beasts at the back, and if we could get them back on loan, we can't. I've tried to sign them. We're talking tens of millions of pounds. We just can't afford that. If we can get them back in on loan again, which would be a 3rd season in a row, because they were on loan the season before we got here. If we could do that again, I think that would be very, very helpful, and we'd have a good, solid platform at the back. Long ball forward. Can Louis Mars get onto that? Looks like he might be able to. Can he get a cross in for Elazage? Elazage! Over the bar. It's a little bit disappointing. Let's give this a concentrate coming into half-time. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, there we go. Now we can. Yeah, so we are going to have to sort of strengthen defence, and the goalkeeper's another one too. Ollie Day, as I said last episode, I think. He's okay at this level. We could maybe just about get away with him at the championship. But I think if we're going to loan somebody in, I'd rather loan somebody better. And if we're going to buy somebody, I'd almost rather buy somebody better as well. So I think Ollie Day is just going to be a this season problem solver, and we won't look to keep him back. I'm going to say we're far from pleased. Well, things are going well. You're capable of better. I like that. That hasn't necessarily worked. So we'll go through, give some individual team talks here, and then we'll come back for the second half. Okay, the individual team talks. We did just about switch everybody around that was switched off. It was just Ollie Day. Assertive obviously wasn't the way to speak to him, but I learned from that lesson. Everybody else, Toth. There we go. Can we get a kick-off highlight goal? He's running into a corner. He's pulled it back. It's there for Elazage. No, it's well cleaned by the keeper. Yeah, so we just about pulled around those team talks there. So we should be okay from that side of things. We may just look to give this a demand more here. We've not really created that much, have we? Tilly's on a booking now. We do have Zila on the bench who we can bring on. Elazage isn't having his best game. We've got another booking, another set piece to defend here. Can we get that away? Elazagi's there. Tilly, can he get to that? He can. Are we on the break again? Louis Mars. We've got men pouring forward again in the box. If we play this right, we should score again here. Look at Toth. No, we haven't played that well. We've played that horribly. We had Toth down this wing here, just in acres of space. Are we going to get counted on the counter? We should get men back. We got that. There we go. Toth, can he launch something? Elazage, good first time passing for Tilly. This is getting scrappy, and the longer this highlight goes, I'm beginning to fear. Look how many men we have back. Do not concede from this. Oh, we're chasing the ball a little bit. It's a decent ball in, isn't it? He's offside. We've had our blushes saved a little bit there. We're going to give this a concentrate. I'm wondering if we should take this off attack onto control, because we don't appear to be just creating much. Mason's knocked that in. Malacase is there. It's plucked from the air. Decent effort, wasn't it? On target. But it's never really in danger of finding the back of the net. So let's just trying to think without thinking out loud. I'm wondering if we maybe look to exploit the flanks a little bit here. We're not controlling the ball very well. I wonder if we look to put retain possession on as a instruction. Just try and be a little bit more patient. There's a good ball out for Scando. Can he get the cross into the box? He can for Elazage. Down for Tilly. We can't praise him, which is a shame, because for all our scrappy play, that was quite nice. Look at that ball from Bobby Mack out to Scando. He's knocked it in. Elihaj knocks it down, and Tilly at the double could not miss. Really good goal, wasn't it? I'm really impressed with that. So this is looking a little bit more comfortable now. We've given them a concentrate, which is not a bad shout. I'm quite okay with that. Scando's on a booking, and so is Tilly. We might just look at this point to remove the bookings from the field. Tilly should be fine. We do have Z-Law. Let's bring Z-Law on, actually. We've got him permanently now, which means we can play him on the bench. And essentially, if before we signed him, he was a sixth loan player, so we couldn't have him on the bench. But now, because we've signed him, we can actually play him from the bench, which is good, because he's more than he could start in his own right for Tilly, but Tilly is just in really good form right now, so he's getting the nod. Is there another sub we want to make? I'm wondering if we give another defender a rest. Let's give Matty Davidson a rest, and we'll just switch those guys around. I prefer Ryan Mitchell playing on the cover. He's just a little bit quicker and not quite as good in the air. So I just think we have the two tall guys either side, and then he can just drop back a little bit and sweep up any missed headers or anything that sort of goes over the top. That's a bit of a nasty tackle on Z-Law. It's 2 for a tackle. It's a red. So that's job done now. 2-0. They're not going to score 2 goals from here. Can we put the icing on the cake with a third? Elazage gets it in. Z-Law beaten in the air. It's gone out for Bobby Mack. Still 20 seconds here, so there is time. No, that could be it. Can we mop that up? We can. 15 seconds. Mason over the ball, back for Bobby Mack, in for Z-Law. Z-Law just hasn't quite been at it, has he? It looks like, since he came on, but that's okay. The game was done when he came on, so there was only ever going to be one winner at that point. But there we go. That is 3 points in the bag. We've retained our lead over Milton Keynes Don after they plucked 3 points back off the gap while we were beating Norwich. Good solid win, and on we go. Well done, lads. It wasn't that much of a let-off. So we got back to 9 points, 14 points clear of Colchester. Promotion, as I said, it does just look a matter of time. League race, it's the title race, I should say. It's not done and dusted. They're keeping it interesting, but we should have enough of a gap there to hold on from here. So that's it for this episode. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. We go to the FA Cup quarterfinals. If you have enjoyed it, thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe, because we have a game against Chelsea at home coming up for the next episode. That'll be Thursday. We'll do that. We'll do Bury away as well. Bury sitting 13th in the league. So again, it's one of those games we should probably win. But there's no such thing as an easy game, as we've seen, because a bit of complacency and it can really come back to bite you. But the season's rapidly drawing to a close here, isn't it? Hopefully we can get a win over Chelsea. Dare we dream of going back to Wembley. But like I say, you'll have to come back Thursday to find out. So I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. And before we go, here are our best goals from February. We'll see you next time. Take care.